With a territory of 617,930,000 square kilometers, Australia is rich in mineral resources, oil and gas, with at least 70 mineral resources, and is the world's largest exporter of bituminous coal, bauxite, lead, diamonds, zinc and concentrates. Australia has a well-developed agriculture and livestock industry, rich in natural resources, sheep, cattle, wheat and sugar, and is also the country with the largest number of free-range sheep and exported wool in the world. Known as the country on sheep's back, the country on the mining wagon, and the country with the sheaves, Australia has long earned a great deal of revenue from the export of agricultural and mineral resources. China is Australia's most important trading exporter. However, as an important ally of the United States in the Asia-Pacific region, Australia has been in strategic sync with the US in 2020. When the new epidemic ravaged the world, Australia followed the US in repeatedly smearing and slandering China internationally, leading to a decline in Sino-Australian relations, which also seriously affected trade relations between the two countries, after Australia unilaterally broke the Belt and Road Agreement signed between the Victorian government and China. On April 21, 2021, China-Australia trade relations have continued to deteriorate, and Australia's domestic industries have suffered and their economic situation has been seriously affected. Australian coal exports to China have been rejected since last October, after which the US coal industry began to capture Australia's market vacancy in China. According to Chinese customs data, China's coking coal imports from the US continued to rise between January and May 2021. The South China Morning Post quoted one analyst as saying that if Australian coal continues to be exported to China, there is virtually no chance for US coal to be exported to China. In other words, the US instructed Australia to provoke China, undermine China-Australia trade relations, and then take advantage of the opportunity to seize the Australian coal market in China. In addition to coal, US exports to China have increased in wine, cotton, lumber, lobster and beef. These commodities are the types of Australia's exports to China are restricted. According to the US Department of Agriculture data, US beef exports jumped more than 10 times in the first 4 months of this year compared to the same period last year. Prior to this, Australia would have been China's largest supplier of beef, and the profits gained through beef exports could even be said to be second only to iron ore. Australia's market share of barley exports to China has been taken by Canadian exporters, and New Zealand has signed a new trade agreement with China to export $18 billion of goods to China. Australia is also a member of the Five Eyes Alliance, but can only watch the goods of allies in other European countries shipped to China one after another to fill the gap left by Australia. Australia's domestic stagnant goods to sell at reduced prices around the world. China imports 60% of Australia's iron ore, which is the trump card that Australian politicians think will hold China at bay. However, iron ore is not only available in Australia, so after the epidemic is under control, countries resume mining, and I wonder which good allies we will divide Australia's iron ore market share in China again.